I watched a film the other night called Conclave. The star of the film was an actor called Ralph Fiennes, and the gist and storyline of the movie was after the Pope's death, Ralph Fiennes was tasked with overseeing the election of the new Pope. So, as is the case, the cardinals, the leaders of the Roman Catholic Church from all over the world descended upon Rome to elect the new Pope. And so they were seconded to Sistine Chapel, and so the voting system began. And as the film started to unravel and develop, each one of the cardinals that were the leaders of the Roman Catholic Church in their area was effectively besmirched by Ralph Fiennes in so much as finding them not fit. So it wasn't one of them, it was all of them. And I found it, as the film progressed, more and more disturbing. I thought, they did this with any other religion, they'd be issuing fatwas. There'd be death threats if people's religion and beliefs were mocked in the manner in which this film, Conclave, mocks the Roman Catholic Church. And I don't believe the release date of the film was coincidental either. I think it was released knowing that the Pope was very seriously ill, and I think that they've tried to capitalise on that. But it culminated in them, when I was sort of looking at it, and I thought, where are they going with this? And of course, it culminated in the election of a Pope being a transvestite woman impersonating a man. And I was just shell shocked at the end. I just thought, how can you produce a movie which is so excessively negative to the Roman Catholic religion? If it did it with any other religion, it'd be absolute outrage. It was beyond blasphemous. It was shocking. And I looked at it and thought, do you know, why the mainstream media not offering any criticism for the release and the content of this movie? How many people, millions across the world, we're forever being told to respect one another's viewpoints and other people's religious beliefs, and yet none is shown towards Christianity. And I do consider myself a Christian. I've got Christian values. I think Christian values are good. You know, I like Christian values. I think integrity, honesty, respect are great things to have and aspire to. And to mock it in such a way and to mock the Roman Catholic Church, I found very disturbing indeed. As I say, I'm a Roman Catholic myself. I don't consider myself a very religious person. In fact, you know, I don't go to church regularly. Last time I went to church, actually I went to a Protestant church, and that was on Easter Sunday. Quite liked it, if I'm honest. But the film Conclave, I found it very offensive to my religion and the Catholic Church in general. And I thought the timing of it was completely insensitive. And the dramatisation of the cardinals, all of them in such a negative manner, was disgraceful. And if you didn't watch the film, I already told you what the plot and the ending of it is, which I don't care anymore because it offended me that much. I'm not bothered. It's an absolute horrible portrayal of the Catholic Church, and I think they should hang their heads in shame, the people who've released that, and anybody who's been involved with it. I wouldn't be sort of suggesting for 1 second that anything nasty does occur to them, but I do think they ought to be ashamed of themselves. There's no balance in society anymore. You know, these, respecting people's religious viewpoints and, being offended only seems to have one direction. I mean, people who come out with those words and not bothered about their opinions offending you. And again, you look at the media, why on earth were the media sort of so quiet about the contents of a film that I found quite obscene in its content? You look at sort of genocidal actions against the Christians across the world where they're in the minority. It's never reported on. They sort of kind of just kind of hush it all up. And again, I think movies such as this just emphasise the attack that's permanently on Christianity and Christian values. And whether it's adverts, people are saying all the time how offended they are with the content of the adverts that they're seeing on the TV every single day, and this propaganda and agenda that's portrayed on by our media. And shame on them all. I couldn't condemn that film and the content of it any more strongly than I have done here. It's a disgrace. It's disgusting. And the more I've thought about it since watching it, the more it's sorry for swearing, but it's pissed me off. Anyway, I try to avoid prevaricating when I'm doing TikTok post, podcast, call them what you will, but it really has got me goat. Anyway, that aside, I do wish you God's blessings and all the best. Have a lovely weekend. And for everybody who's watching my TikTok posts, I think we're up to 1.25 million views now. To all of you that are following, thank you very much. It's nice that you're giving me your patronage. And one final message, and it's not from the God Almighty, but it's from the Reform UK party. I really believe that if Nigel Farage is not our next Prime Minister, we as a nation are sunk. I think we're in last chance saloon here, and I would encourage everybody to get involved with Reform UK. Help us achieve a turnaround that we so desperately need in our fantastic nation. Let's put the great back in Britain. And as for Conclave, good grief, what a shocking film that is. It's a disgrace. It's very blasphemous. Again, all the best. Bye for now.